This old Honda Rototiller was getting thrown away. Is it worth saving? Let's dig into it and see if it is. First things first, it's missing the cover for the carburetor filter, so need to figure that out. There's no fuel in it, and it does pull over, so it's not seized. So let's see if we can just get it running. To check the oil, you have to tip it over on this bar so it's laying flat. Open. Yeah, some oil on there. Doesn't look too bad. So I just noticed something. There's the primer for the carburetor, and it has a big hole in it. So before we put fuel in here, let's change this out. All right, so we're gonna remove these two nuts. Now we can pull this straight off, just like so. All right, so got to take the fuel tank off because there's one fastener back there that I can't get to. So let's do that now. Now that we got the pull starter off, the fuel tank should just lift right up. And then now we got to disconnect the fuel lines. So I was just going to replace the fuel lines, but when I went to order me fuel lines from Amazon, they actually had the complete kit for this for like $5 more than the set of fuel lines. So we're going to change that today. All right, let's change out the carburetor and hook it up to the fuel tank. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to replace the fuel lines and the fuel filter since our new kit came with it. Let's take a look at how these things are on here. So there's that. Cool. Let's get it off. Make sure the little hole lines up with that. So we don't need this whole length, but we'll put it in and then I'll figure out where to cut it. Now that we got our hoses in our tank, we know where the tank goes, and then we can lay out our hoses so we know how long to cut them. So before I cut the hoses, I'm going to go ahead and put all this back together. Now that we got the tank attached back on, I'm going to kind of measure out where I want the hoses. I'm going to leave a little bit of slack in here, that way they're not pulled completely tight. So I'm going to cut this one right about there. So we got the breather line on. Now let's put the fuel line. And because I forgot I got to put this on, screwed up, and I got to take these nuts off. Now that I got those off, put the cover on. This thing doesn't fit here. These stick out, so they kind of match up, but it just doesn't work. This clip gets in the way back here. Let's modify this. All right, let's see if my modifications here worked. So I got the plastic pieces off. So hopefully you should fit on there just like that. Oh, dang it, push that one in. Oh, look at that. I forgot the throttle, so I gotta take this back off. Now let's see if I didn't completely mess this thing up by cutting it up. Let's see if this thing works. Now that we got the lines replaced, Carburetor replaced, got the cover on with the filter. Let's fill it up with some fuel and see if it runs. Let's see if this thing starts.